welcome an artist out of Miami. She is Mary Karlzen, and I say addicting. I got this CD about a month ago, and that's about the only thing I've been listening to. Mary, thank you very much for being on TRAX.
Thanks for having me.
You're playing a little bit later on tonight at Club Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and people that have never heard your music, I have no idea how to describe you. I've read a million places where you've been described a little bit as Stevie Nicks, or I know, or Natalie from 10,000 Maniacs, but I don't know if any of those fit.
Yeah. I don't know either. I don't try to think about it too much, you know, because there's already all those people out there. Why would you want to be another one of whoever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you find that people, when they go to interview you or
everybody wants to put you in a category.
Yeah,
you know,
do,
they want
right?
to say, this is what you are like, and this is how I'm going to categorize you. But, I don't know. People always are evolving and changing, so I don't know.
You haven't played our area too much. You did the Heat Wave,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're doing Club Detroit. You're doing the Taste of Florida tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Are you going to try and get into the Tampa Bay area a little bit more?
Oh, yeah. They've been just great reception. I mean, in Miami, it's very difficult to, you know, get people to listen to what you're doing, because there's a lot of variety of things to do there, I guess. I don't know. People are just different. And when we came to Tampa the first time, and it was with WMNF, and they just were great. I mean, it's a totally different scene, very accepting, and and when we were invited to do the fundraiser, it was just absolutely great. I mean, we've been received better here than in Miami, which is, you know.
Which is a little strange.
Yeah. I mean, I feel at home here. I feel, you know.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's an event when you play, you know, elsewhere than Miami? You know, like you're playing Club Detroit tonight. I imagine it's going to be packed.
Yeah, well, the Club Detroit's just an acoustic set, so it's, you know, kind of very laid back. And tomorrow is with the whole band, and that to me is like fun and kind of an event, you know.
And your band, you've got an interesting band. You've got George from, he's not going to be here tomorrow.
Well, he's been playing
Nuclear
with us.
Valdez.
Yeah, he's been playing with us, and he's going to record on the CD. And the other borrowing people from, forget the name, the drummer Derek and Jose, the bass player. So it's kind of a mix, but they're just great musicians. I couldn't ask for better. So, and they'll be playing on the new CD that we're going to record in about 3 weeks.
Where are you recording that?
At Criteria in Miami.
Also through Y&T?
Yes, it's going to be another Y&T event. It's going to probably be an EP, maybe 5 or 6 songs.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about the label. This is your first release. I don't know if we can get a shot of this, but this is your first project with Y&T. How'd you get involved with them?
Well, I'd been playing in this band called Vesper Sparrow for about 4 or 5 years, and we had been playing all around Miami and in quite a few other places, but Rich had owned these stores, Y&T, and he had asked us to come and do a acoustic in his store, and that was toward, like, just before I left the band, and he used to come and see our shows and, you know, talk to us. And I had left the band and started doing demos, and at the time he was working with the Mavericks. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're from Miami, and now they're on MCA, but they did the first album for Y&T, and Rich just, he sees somebody, and then he sees something that he likes or can connect with, and he just wants to have the whole world hear that music. You know, have you ever heard a song or heard an artist and you think, this is so great, I want everyone to hear it? That's what he's like. So he did the project with the Mavericks, and then after that was over and he felt like they were on their way, I don't know, we just started to talk, and he wrote me this letter. He wrote me like a 3-page letter saying, you know, what he kind of wanted to do, and at the time I didn't really want to do a CD. I wasn't really thinking in terms of music, and I was kind of hesitant at first to even, you know, get started.
Was it strange for you, because you've been involved in a band situation, an all-girl band situation at that, to leave that and sort of, you know,
yeah, it's very,
go out? You don't really have a net anymore. You're just...
It's very different because, you know, one, working with all girls, it's, you know, you have that bonding or like camaraderie ship or something, you know, and you can talk about, oh, my hair looks terrible there, oh, I've got PMS, or you can
just, girls relate,
girl
they know
talk, exactly, you know, and go places and talk about guys and stuff. And now that I have this guy band, it's, you know, all guys in the band, that's what I meant. It's different because, you know, I can't talk to them about those things, and they all talk about, you know, guy things and do their bonding and stuff, and I tend to feel really left out, you know, like I don't really have anyone to talk to.
Is it a little harder for you to have a guy, you know, guys in the band? I mean, do you sort of feel like I don't know. I mean, without being like women's lib or something. You know what I'm getting at? Is it just a little difficult for you to be the only girl around? You know, do you get hassled at all, or are they fairly?
No, they're great. I mean, they're absolutely great to work with, these guys. It's just, it's actually easier because when I was with the girls, we'd be traveling somewhere. We went to New York and Chicago and stuff, and we'd travel and we'd, you know, just picking out what we were going to eat for lunch was like an hour discussion, and no, I want to go here and here.
Yeah, because girls like put so much emphasis on
every little thing, you know. And with the guys, it's like, let's eat there, okay, and then we eat, and that's it, you know. And it makes things very easy. But with the girls, it's like always a discussion about everything, and so I don't know. I'm enjoying it in one way. It makes things cut and dry very easy.
I want to ask you about something. We've had guys, you know, hair bands and things like that on before, and groupies always come up. Do you have groupies?
A few.
And what are they like? I mean, you know, you see the girls at the concerts
like,
with the hair out to here and the makeup and the, you know, little leather things, but
no,
what are the guys like? The little leather things and
no, not at all.
tassel bras.
Anyone that, like, I don't know. I don't have like people that bother me or anything, but I have people that have written letters and stuff, and they're very silent, very quiet, very just not, you know, not anything that would bother me. I kind of enjoy, you know, reading some things from them and stuff. I don't know. I guess that's not groupies. They come out to shows, but they're very quiet. They don't. I don't think I'd do the music that would attract anyone, you know.
Yeah, any fatal
pretty wild.
attractions or anything, right? Paul, how are you tonight?
Good evening, Kathy. You know, I would love your show.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm married. Did anybody ever tell you that you look like Holly Hunter?
No.
Oh, you do?
Really?
Like a blonde Holly Hunter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Which is certainly a compliment.
Yeah, she's cute.
I see you sitting there with your guitar. Are you going to be playing us a tune or two?
Oh.
I'll tell you what, Paul, just for you. Have you heard her?
I have heard of her. I actually have not heard any of her music, but friends of mine, I love, you know, folk music and just acoustic music, and a friend of mine was telling me about her, that she's from Miami. Is that correct?
Yes.
And yeah, when I saw her on your show, it's like, well, great, I'm finally going to get to hear her, I hope.
Well, right now, as a matter of fact, Paul. And we want to see you out at the Taste of Florida tomorrow because she will be playing there. What time do you go on?
5:45, main stage.
Main stage. And also tonight at Club Detroit, if you can make it, please do.
Great. Well, I'll be out there for the Taste of Florida tomorrow, so I'll probably see you out there.
Great, Paul. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
What are we going to hear?
I guess something off the first record. It's called Hearts, and it's with Raoul from the Mavericks sang on that one on the CD, so I don't know. It's kind of one of my favorites now. It kind of, you know, you go through your favorites and then stop playing them for a while. So anyway, this is called Hearts. You and me, we got hearts of the same. We'll go running off and leave them nobody left to blame. This town will always look the same, where everybody knows everybody else's name. And in this town where their minds are so small, or do they even have room to think at all? We build big bridges to cross big walls. And all your friends who think they're so clever never understand how hearts can stay together. You and me, we go on forever, go on. We go on and on. Well, don't stop fighting in the rodeo. Poncho quitting, now we're riding solo. We'll be sisters and brothers to one another. And all your friends who think they're so clever never understand how hearts can stay together. Me and you, we go on forever, go on. We go on. Head out for the high around midnight. You and I, be blinded by sight. There is something more behind the city lights. Head out for the city lights. And all your friends who think they're so clever together. Me and you, we go on forever, go on, we go on. Morning comes and you never say never. Some lives aren't meant to be lived together. Me and you, we go on forever, go on, we go on. Head out for the city lights. Head out for the city lights. We go on and on.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Thanks.
That was really, really good.
Thanks.
That was another one. I told you that before the show started. I said, oh, you gotta do my favorite song on your CD. And you said you couldn't do that one, but I guess that was my second favorite.
Yeah.
You mentioned that that was yours. Do you find it hard to decide what song you're going to put on your release? I mean, now you're getting ready to record again. Do you already know what you're going to put on it, or are you sort of like, I've got 20 songs, I've got to narrow it down, what am I going to do?
Well, I usually make a 4-track, you know, and play it for Rich or, you know, friends and stuff, and kind of get their idea of what they like, you know. Because sometimes you can think a song is great, and it just doesn't come across to someone else. So I try to get a, you know, an idea, and Rich will either say, we wouldn't have done this unless, you know, we felt like we had, you know, strong songs to do. Because I'll give him stuff and he'll go, oh, you know, it's okay. So,
Is that hard for you to take criticism, or are you pretty good at that and go, yeah, okay, so you don't like it. Okay, well, let me just get my gun out.
yeah, no, I don't, you know, I tend to be really critical, you know, don't like anything that I do. So it's pretty much, you know, anything he says, or whoever says, if they like something, I'm very flattered by it, because I'll just be like, well, it was okay. You know, I still don't think I've written a hit. I still don't think I've written, you know, that one great song.
But all the reviews, you know,
Yeah.
you read your reviews and they're outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, do you wonder, you just
Saying a
go,
lot.
why aren't I signed? You know, why aren't I the,
No, because look what's being played on MTV and things. I mean,
Well,
why
yeah.
would they sign someone like me? I mean, if I sounded like Pearl Jam, maybe, you know, or one of those other bands that are hot right now. I mean, there's very limited market for this kind of music, you know, or, I don't know.
but don't you think that now things are starting to take a bit of a turn? We have a 102.5, which I tend to listen to a lot during the day, and they really, you know, they'll play a little bit of everything, and you hear a lot more of the Alana Miles. You hear some Indigo Girls. And,
See, we never, and Miami's like the total pit for radio. There's nothing, I mean, unless you get college radio, you know, WVUM at University of Miami, or there's one independent radio station. And other than that, it's just, the stations are terrible. I mean, there's nothing, it's all classic rock, or, you know, adult contemporary, you know, so.
How are they about supporting the local music
Terrible, terrible. I mean, you
They
know,
don't even have shows that,
no,
you know,
there's
now
one on WSHE in Miami that one of the DJs does a 2-hour show once a week, and that's great. But other than that, they're just very close-minded. I mean, the country station down there didn't even play the Mavericks, and they were on a major label, you know.
incredible.
So it's like, you know.
So you need to play our area a little bit more.
Yeah, that's why I feel so great here. It's
Good.
just, yeah.
We are awfully glad to have you here. I want to remind you guys again that Mary is playing Club Detroit tonight and the Taste of Florida tomorrow. She is here for the next 45 minutes with us. Give us a call, 576-2669. We need to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello folks, Dennis Neighbor here, your car doctor. We're here to help you with any type of mechanical maintenance repair question. We'll talk about just excellent products like our AMSO products, your polymer coatings, automotive repairs of just any type of nature. And the whole idea behind this show and different things that we do is how we can help you. And it is going to be live call-in where you talk to me and I'll help you with any kind of questions that you can possibly dream up. We will get you the right answers that's going to make your day just absolutely great.
Hi, I'm Mike Stovkin, the host of Tampa Bay Magazine on Talk TV. Do you know where you can get the best barbecue ribs in Tampa Bay? Which antique and collectible shop has the largest collection of teddy bears? Which hairstylist in St. Petersburg would you go to for a new look? Each week, Tampa Bay Magazine on Talk TV will introduce you to the people and the places that make living in Tampa Bay so special. Tune in on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on Channel 16. That's Tampa Bay Magazine on Talk TV, Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. on Channel 16.
Hello, I'm Tom Archibald with the National Commerce Exchange, Tampa Bay's oldest and largest trade company. Here's a few viewpoints from some of my clients.
Hi, I'm Barbara with 62nd Printing. I've been a member of the National Commerce Exchange for 9 years. NCE has brought me many new customers that I wouldn't have had.
We at Pyramid Carpet Cleaning have found bartering a very useful tool in establishing new customers and also cash customers. Give it a try.
Hi, I'm John DeCosmo, a general practitioner in St. Petersburg, Florida. NC is an excellent adjunct to business and allows you to expand your buying capabilities without impinging on your cash flow.
Hello, my name is Mike Estrada. I'm a CPA. Being a member of NCE has been very good for my business. It has brought me many new clients who in turn bring other cash clients. I highly recommend it.
As you can see, many businesses are enjoying the benefits of bartering through the National Commerce Exchange. Feel free to call us. We'd love to help you too.
Welcome back to TRAX. I am here live for the next 45 minutes with Mary Karlzen. I warned you at the top of the hour that she is addicting, and if you've heard her music, you know she is. You're going to hear a lot more of it tonight, but we do have some phone calls. Let's go to Kate. How are you tonight, Kate?
Good. How are you, Kathy?
We're doing great.
I just want to say I love your show. It's just great. I think the Tampa Bay area needed something like this for a long, long time, and it's great to see it's doing good. And I just wanted to ask Mary, how did you get started in this?
Well, I got started playing guitar young, like in high school, because I had no friends. And then I moved to Florida. I used to live like in Chicago, and then I was working in a record store with a girl who played drums, and then all of a sudden we just started jamming together, and then we just put this band together, and all of a sudden people wanted us to play places, and one thing led to another, and I spent like 5 years in that band, and that gave me the experience to do this. I couldn't have just said, oh, I'm going to go make a CD, and you know, I could have never done that without playing in that band and traveling with them and getting all the experience that way.
And one more question.
Sure.
Do you have a musical idol?
Several, but I would have to say James Taylor right now, yeah.
Oh,
James
great.
Taylor.
Thank you.
All right, Kate, thanks a lot for calling. You had mentioned that you were in a band previously, and when you were in that band, were you ever like, I really want to break free, I really want to do my own thing, or is that something that Rich sort of said, you know, you could do this alone?
I didn't quit the band to do my own thing. No, that wasn't the intention. I just couldn't do that anymore. You know, just...
At the time were you like, I never want to hear music again, I'm not doing it, I'm going to, you know, go become a banker? Or?
It was just, we were, you know, the whole band was stressed out. We had gone to New York to showcase, and when we got back, it was just very stressful, you know, and it wasn't fun anymore. You know, it used to be fun, and just when I started seeing that it was more of a headache and not fun anymore, that's when I knew I should do something else. And then when I left, I just, you know, did demos because I had these songs, and I just was like filling time. And Rich really heard the tape by accident, so.
Were you writing a lot of the material when you were in Vesper Sparrow? Were you?
Yeah, I was a co-writer. We had 2 writers, and we both wrote separately and then brought the songs to the band.
Now, I know how women can be together. Were there any really monumental fights that you thought, you know,
I couldn't even tell you.
ripping and
in case they ever come up and do your show, I don't want to tell you, no. You know, it gets pretty heated. I guess with any people that are creatively close, and we were emotionally close, and that, I think, created some great songs and a great atmosphere. But to have that, you know, it's kind of like a bad marriage where you fight like cats and dogs, but then when you make up, it's like, it creates this something magical, you know, and that was one of the great things about that band. It was, the highs equaled the lows.
And you're still in touch with them, you're still
Oh,
close,
yeah, yeah.
And do they think what you're doing now is pretty...
Yeah, they're doing their own thing, too, so, you know, Kelly, one of the other writer, might come and sing on the CD.
Great. That'd be pretty neat. We were talking a little bit about some of the songs on your last CD, and I said one of my favorite songs, which I didn't mention before, was Dressed in White. And I said, I'd read, and I sort of got the feeling, though, if you listen to the song, it's about a girl that gets left at the altar. You know, every girl's worst nightmare. You don't want that to happen. And you said there's a story behind it.
Yeah, at the time I was playing with this fiddle player, Chuck Anton. He's very good. He's down in Miami. But anyway, so he just came over and he played this, he was warming up and he played this traditional Irish tune. He didn't know what it was called. It was just like something he'd been playing for a long time. So I said, that's really cool. You know, it's that beginning part. It's real slow. So he left and I wrote a whole song around it, you know, just put the chords to it and just, these words just came out of nowhere. I didn't think, oh, I want to write a story about, you know, write a song about a woman being left at the altar, and it just came out of nowhere. I don't know where I got the idea, and it was like 10 minutes, and I had written all the lyrics. So we'd been playing the song out for about a month, and one of his friends showed up at a club, and he said, you know, I found out the name of that song for you. And the name of the traditional Irish song that it came from was called Maid on a Bridge. And in Ireland at that time, a maid was an unmarried woman. And it was just kind of creepy that, you know,
That without even knowing what
that,
the song was about.
So, I don't know, kind of creepy to me.
Which song on the CD do people like? Which one did everyone say, oh, this is the hit?
It's really great that everybody has their favorites, you know. I guess, I don't know. You know, it depends on what radio station you listen, you know. We talked to a couple, and they were all playing something different. They all picked their own cuts. We didn't say, play this. But the way I see it has been like a lot of people's favorite. It's kind of like the rocker kind of thing.
Yeah, a little bit more upbeat.
For me,
cutting loose a little bit.
Yeah.
Will you do another song for us?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, what are we going to hear?
How about something new?
Great.
This one is called I See You Again. Again today, so I followed up and wrote you this letter. It's not like I got much to say, I just miss you sometimes. Well, I know we were never meant to be like the summer wind and the winter's crashing through. There are some things I can't understand when I look up. I see you again. I see you again, like the summer wind that you are. You fly right up, there you are. And this long distance don't account for touch, or for you to live a little bit closer. Could it be that I am asking too much, counting out everything I have today? Too much time and not enough words to say. All the things that I could really mean, really mean, really mean. I see you again. I see you again. Like the winter wind that I am. You fly right up. Here I am. I can hear you playing late at night. Windows open and the wind blowing through, blowing through. Guess that's all I gotta say. And nothing changes, nothing stays the same. Rip it up and throw it away. Watch years go by. Well, I know we were never meant to be like the summer wind and the winter's crashing through. There are some things I can't understand when I look up. I see you again. I see you again. Like the summer wind that you are. You fly right up. There you are. There you are. There you are.
That was great.
Thanks.
You know what you have? You have the ability to write songs that you listen to once and you like.
You really think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
As a matter of fact, when I first heard your CD, I said, the first song I heard, I said, this is it, this is great, you know, and then you listen to the next one, and you're like, no, this is even better. And it got to the point where I just couldn't decide, you know, but...
Do you say this about all the people that come on the show?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know.
You know, that $100 before the show pretty much solidified it for you.
That's very complimentary, thank you.
I would like to see you with the band, I'd like to hear
Yeah,
that.
it's much different with the band. It's like, I mean, the CD, after we recorded it and we would play out, people would be like, wow, you know, because the show, when we play, it's like louder and more rock and, you know, much more energy. And CD's kind of, you know, laid back and soft, and which is good.
Now, I'm going to ask everybody's favorite question. This is the crew's favorite question. They love it. A video question. What do you think of videos?
At first I hated them because when you know, before video came along, you would hear a song and you could imagine it, you know, if it really touched you or you felt something for the song and you can relate it to your life, you would play the scenes over in your head yourself. And, you know, it would be a story that you made up, or, you know, whatever it meant to you. And now with video, you watch the song and they are telling you what this song is. So it leaves no interpretation. And to me, that's kind of just dry, you know, I don't know.
So does that mean you have no intentions of doing a video, or is that something that you would eventually look into?
You have to. This day and age now, you can't do anything without doing a video. So it's kind of like I was really disappointed in REM when they said they would never do videos early on, and now they're like the king of videos.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Winning all the awards,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. But they do have great videos, but, you know, I don't know. I guess it's like something you have to do.
Sort of like cross that bridge when you get there.
Yeah.
But they have become essential.
Yeah.
Our word for today. I always ask fans, you know, is it essential for a band to have a video in order to make it? You know, and really, although MTV these days, it seems like you see the same videos over and over and over again, unless you're Motley Crue.
Right.
What other avenues do you have?
There's VH1. I don't know. I don't usually watch those stations, but I guess VH1 or TNN is a country station. I guess they play videos. But I mean, this kind of music just doesn't seem to, you know, right now, I don't know. It's hard to fit in anyway.
Yeah, and I really can't see in the country, you know, genre. Do people, I mean, have people come up to you and say, oh, this is country,
Yeah.
and, you know?
Yeah, they try to put you there. But then you'll hear
What
the
do you
way
do?
I
Are you
see
like,
it.
I don't care where they play me, just play me?
Yeah, basically. Whoever likes it, likes it. I don't care, you know. So.
Good. Well, people will have a chance to like your music tonight at Club Detroit and tomorrow at the Taste of Florida. We are here live for the next half hour. Give us a call, 576-2669. We will be back with more of Mary Karlzen right after this.
Hi, I'm Paul R. Vehorn, and I'd like to invite you to my show called Paul R. Vehorn Presents. We have a very unique show. We have astrologers and psychics and channelers and UFO people, and it's two-way talk, and that's the beauty of it. We're on Friday nights on Talk TV at 8 p.m., and I know you're going to like it. This is Paul R. Vehorn. May your fantasies of today be your realities of tomorrow.
Creative Loafing, Tampa Bay's favorite newspaper, has all the news on what's really happening in the Bay Area. Plus, Creative Loafing has the area's most complete restaurant guide to restaurants in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Largo, and Greater Tampa Bay. You'll know what's happening where when you pick up a copy of Creative Loafing, free, at a restaurant, lounge, or location near you. Creative Loafing.
Suncoast Printing Services, located inside the Live Oak Center on Overton Road, has been in business in Pinellas County for over 5 years with accounts throughout the United States. From concept to finished product, Suncoast can do it all. With a recent expansion from 3,100 to 6,200 square feet and the addition of a new 17-inch Apollo web press, Suncoast can increase productivity and quality while at the same time keeping the cost of your printing down. So from single color to process color printing, Suncoast is the answer for all your business needs. Call us at 585-0046. Here at Suncoast Printing Services, we believe in the true pride in printing.
Hi, this is Bob Wilhite, and this is Virgil. We're back. Talk TV is listened to your phone calls and your letters, and Pinellas Marketplace will be with you every Thursday night at 9 p.m. If you have anything to buy, sell, or trade, or any special announcements that you'd like to make, all you have to do is pick up the phone and give us a call at 576-2669 for Pinellas Marketplace. Along the way, we'll have a lot of fun. We'll have some games, prizes, and surprises, and some special guests. So Thursdays at 9 p.m., join us right here on Talk TV for Pinellas Marketplace.
Welcome back to TRAX. I am here live with Mary Karlzen. We are here live for the next half hour. Give us a call, 576-2669. She's playing tonight at Club Detroit. I want to encourage you to get out there because it's going to be one hell of a good show. And tomorrow at the Taste of Florida, and we're going to try and rope you back in the area sometime soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You know, there's so many people that are doing duets now. Recently, Don Henley and
Bruce Hornsby?
No. Help me, guys. Don Henley, and it's one of my favorite songs these days. Well, anyways, I forgot it. Patti Smythe. Thank you, Clay. Don Henley and Patti Smythe. You hear of a lot of duets. Who would you like to do a duet with?
Oh, man. How long do we have to tape this show? I don't know. Jeez. That's a good question. Everybody who I would want to do that is like, you know, so established they wouldn't even...
Okay, well, so, you know, pick one.
Jackson Browne. I don't know.
Really? Jackson Browne?
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you ever done that? I mean, do you ever get with even a local band?
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like one of the guys from Forget the Name and
you know, just basically it's nothing you go to record, but you know, sometimes when you go out to a club and they're doing acoustic night, you know, you'll just get up there and wing something. Usually it turns out to be pretty fun.
Yeah. So that might be something you might think about a little bit later on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're going back in the studio now, and I know a lot of times you go in the studio and there's a lot of tension, you know, you want everything to be okay, and you've never worked in the studio with these guys before, have you? So do you have any hesitations, or are you sort of like,
They're great musicians, so that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about, it's a great studio criteria, you know, REM just recorded there, and I'm worried about, I'm going to be producing it, and I'm worried that I'm not going to hear everything, you know, hear the pitches, hear if everything, the arrangements are right, you know, things like that. So, plus we have a great engineer, so hopefully he'll help me out. But I'm not worried about the musicians at all. They're great. They're just right on. They're like little computers. It's like, Derek, play this, and he's like, okay, and he just plays it. He's just a great musicians, and that's basically why you know, I had my own band together for a while, and it just, you know, I was always looking for, you know, the perfect musicians, and they're all in other bands.
So now you found them.
Yeah, I'm borrowing them.
Are you going to maintain control, or is it going to be like you know, grab the guys and say, okay, now what do you think we should do here? And Derek, what do you think?
They look to me and just say, okay, so what do you want here? So basically,
and you gotta love that, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of like my crew. Yeah, we're about to go to black, but that's going to be neat.
Yeah.
I know that you had requests. Believe it or not, somebody came in and requested a song when we were on break, and I think you better do this one.
Okay.
I think she's paying us $5 to do it. So.
$5? That's not enough.
I know. You know, you throw in a credit card with that, and it might give you a little bit more incentive. What are you going to do?
I hope I remember it, but it's called Don't Look at Me. So it goes something like this. Let's see here. I don't care, forcing circles into squares, and you can spend precious time marching in your perfect line. But I don't hear that drum. I'm looking for something else, and if you don't like what you see, you don't have to look at me. If you don't like what I say, you can turn the other way. And if you don't like what you see, then don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. And you can say that I'm wrong, nothing ever lasts that long. And you can talk until you're blue, I will never be like you. 'Cause I don't hear your voice, I'm listening for something else. And if you don't like what you see, you don't have to look at me. If you don't like what I say, you can of white, and you can think the world is right, stuck here at your traffic light. But I don't see your world. I'm looking for something else. And if you don't like what you see, you don't have to look at me. If you don't like what I say, you can tell me other way. And if you don't like what you see, then don't look at me. 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 Don't look at me.
Mary, when do you write your best music? Sorry. You want to just tear this set apart? It's just sort of like a new thing. Oh, I get it, I get it.
Sorry.
Want to smash things?
No, I was doing this and the chair just kept turning, so sorry.
That's okay. When do you write your best material? Or what you consider to be your best material?
When I'm not trying. It's just
When it just makes you like dressed in white?
Yeah, just when you sit down and try to write a song and you say, okay, I'm going to write a song right now, and you go to it, it comes out really, to me, it comes out very forced and just never comes out right. But then when you're just sitting and you feel inspired to play, and you pick up the guitar and you might be like watching CNN or something, I don't know, and just something comes out, and then all of a sudden it'll just be in your subconscious or something you've been thinking about. I don't know, that's how it works for me. And it'll just come out, and I'll think, oh, there's an idea, and then it just kind of, it's as if somebody else is writing it and like inserting it, and I'm just playing somebody else's music. It's kind of strange, and that's very inspiring.
Do you usually write the words first, or the lyrics first, and then the music, or the music and then the lyrics?
Well, I'll come up with the music first, basically. I mean, I'll sing some lyrics over whatever I'm playing. You'll sing anything, you know, just whatever, you know, comes into your head, and then I'll get the whole song down, and then I'll rework the lyrics and try to get them to fit, or try to get them to say something that I've been thinking about, or whatever. You know, I could be writing the lyrics at the same time. A lot of times that happens, you know.
And are a lot of them of a personal nature?
Yeah,
Do you take your own experiences and put them into songs?
Yes, except for Dressed in White.
Yeah, right. And we were both saying on break, God, we hope that never happens to us.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So most of the time, yeah, I'd like to take from personal experience, because when I was growing up and listening to music, and I'd hear these really personal songs like Joni Mitchell, and just think, wow, you know, and I could relate to that in my life. And then that's probably why I picked up the guitars, because I wanted to be able to relate to other people and say, God, I'm feeling this, and I wonder if I can help you by, you know what I mean, if I can communicate with you by playing the song. Maybe you can go, God, you know, that happened to me too. So.
And I feel something.
Yeah.
You seem to really like storytellers. You know, that your influences are all storytellers. And is that sort of what you want to be? You want people to go, man, she's a storyteller.
Well,
you know, you listen to a song and you understand it.
Yeah, so that kind of, but I just admire great writers. I mean, if I had somebody think that I was a great writer someday, then that would just, I could just die and be happy, because there's something about writing a song that just touches you, you know, like you can just think, this is the best song I've ever heard. And if I could just do that for somebody one day, you know, that would be like...
You've done it. You're happy.
No, I don't feel like I've done that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe someday, though.
James.
Hey.
How are you tonight?
Good. And you?
We're doing great. What do you think of Mary?
Oh, I love the song. I wanted to know, how far she plans on taking her musical career.
How far do you...
Well, until I get married and have kids, no. Forever. It's a life thing. I mean, I will always, even if I don't do a CD or anything, I will always be playing and recording and have a little home recording thing. And it's just something I love to do. And even if I had to get a 9-to-5 job and be a secretary or whatever, I don't know, I would always do music. It just happens to be a career. I don't know. It just kind of fell into it right now. And it keeps...
I play guitar, and I personally like playing Ibanez. What types of guitars do you like to play? What brands?
Well, I have a Taylor now, which I really love. I have a Yamaha that's like 10 years old that I can't find another guitar with that. It has a certain kind of body, a bass sound. I play mostly acoustic. When I play with the band, I have a Telly, a Fender Telly. And I really love Guilds. You know, I love acoustic guitars, so basically that's what I play. But playing live, and we play a couple songs that are a little more rockin', I have to break out the Telly.
Okay. Oh, good luck.
Thanks.
All
Good
right,
luck
James.
to you, too.
Bye.
Thanks a lot for calling. Paul, how are you tonight?
Pretty good. I'm the guy who called earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Now
Paul.
I finally heard her, and yeah, she's everything that my buddy said she was. There's never enough acoustic music in the world.
Cool.
Where can we get the CD?
Pretty much at all Peaches. Is there Specs up here?
Yeah, there's Specs, there's Peaches, and I assume some of our local music stores like Bananas and Asylum. If not, you better call them up and demand it.
You can special order it.
No doubt, yeah. I'll probably go out and get a copy tomorrow. And she was talking about guitars there a little bit ago. I was wondering what she thought of Ovations.
Ovations, I don't know. I just never could like an Ovation. They really sound good on stage when you are running them, you know, live.
Right.
But the round body, you know, you got to sit down and play, and it like slides off your lap. I can't stand it. So I just never could.
My favorite, Joe McCulkin from the old Hot Tuna, plays the Ovation.
Yeah.
I just love the sound that he gets out of it.
The sound when you play live and you're running it live through speakers, you know, they get a great sound. But just because I like to sit home and just play from, you know, I couldn't stand that body, that round thing. Because they're round on the back.
You're really good.
Thank you.
I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Great. I'll look for you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Paul. But you don't just play the guitar. You play,
yeah, I play a little.
variety of
I'm not like master of anything. I just play enough to get by so I could write. I can write on keyboards. And I used to play bass in that other band, so that wasn't. I got pretty good at that after 4 years. I didn't even know how to play bass. And when we put this band together, I just played guitar. And the other girl, the other singer, played guitar too, and we were like, well, we don't need two rhythms, so somebody has to play bass. And it was just like, here, I had to learn, and so.
Did you teach yourself?
Yeah, it's just pretty much, you know, fundamentals of if you know chords on a guitar, you're playing like root notes, and then you're playing the notes that fit into that chord. So it's pretty easy to pick up, but then there's subtleties of, you know, the bass that, you know, if you really get good at it, I don't know, I didn't go that far though.
What instrument would you like to learn?
Well, I picked up the violin and started that. Never got very good at it. Couldn't stand all the screeching, because when you're first learning, it's very difficult.
Sounds like a cat's claws on a chalkboard. You know, you're saying that you've had help from the Mavericks, and obviously they're on your label. Well, now they've been signed, but they were with Y&T. Do you always get categorized with the Mavericks? Is it Mary Karlzen? You know, who, by the way, is, you know. And how do you overcome that?
Just by playing, and just, I think once people hear the CD, they hear that it's not, you know, not really anything like that. I mean, it is in the country vein a little bit, but not the way the Mavericks are, you know, straight ahead country.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know how to categorize you.
Yeah.
And
which is
you might even start your own category.
There we go.
Music category. We need to take another break. We will be back for the last and final segment. This will be your last opportunity to talk to Mary, so give us a call, 576-2669. We want to remind you that she is going to be out at Club Detroit tonight and at the Taste of Florida tomorrow. We'll be right back.
This is no longer just a place to meander. In this world, can there be no place? In my loneliness, I'm just saving grace.
Hello, I'm Tom Archibald with the National Commerce Exchange, Tampa Bay's oldest and largest trade company. Here's a few viewpoints from some of my clients.
Hi, I'm Barbara with 62nd Printing. I've been a member of the National Commerce Exchange for 9 years. NCE has brought me many new customers that I wouldn't have had.
We at Pyramid Carpet Cleaning have found bartering a very useful tool in establishing new customers and also cash customers. Give it a try.
Hi, I'm John DeCosmo, a general practitioner in St. Petersburg, Florida. NC is an excellent adjunct to business and allows you to expand your buying capabilities without impinging on your cash flow.
Hello, my name is Mike Estrada. I'm a CPA. Being a member of NCE has been very good for my business. It has brought me many new clients who in turn bring other cash clients. I highly recommend it.
As you can see, many businesses are enjoying the benefits of bartering through the National Commerce Exchange. Feel free to call us. We'd love to help you too.
Creative Loafing, Tampa Bay's favorite newspaper, has all the news on what's really happening in the Bay Area. Plus, Creative Loafing has the area's most complete restaurant guide to restaurants in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Largo, and Greater Tampa Bay. You'll know what's happening where when you pick up a copy of Creative Loafing, free, at a restaurant, lounge, or location near you. Creative Loafing.
This is my friend Chuck. Last night, he went to a party. He had a few drinks, and then he had a few more. Later, on the drive home, Chuck fell asleep on a crowded highway. Every year, thousands of people are killed in crashes involving drunk drivers. Chuck, however, isn't one of them, because he fell asleep in my car.
We are back live with Mary Karlzen. We're going to give you a taste right now of what you can see tonight at Club Detroit, and tomorrow, of course, it's a taste of Florida. What are we going to hear?
This is another new one. It's called Time's Forgotten Crime. So, it goes like this.
How'd we ever get so far away? I hadn't seen you for years, and you look so happy, everything's going great. But things ain't never been great here. And there was a time when I could see through you. And there was a time when I knew every line. And there was a time when I thought I knew you. Time's forgotten crime, yours is long gone by. And I'm ashamed to think of times we spent together, when I did show you everything. And heavens hope you can't remember all those secrets and the pain that would bring. But there was a time when I could see through you. And there was a time when I knew every line. And there was a time when I thought I knew you. Time's forgotten crime, yours is long gone by. Yours is long gone by. And then you knocked me down and you stood so tall. A stranger's look on your face. And I guess I never really knew you at all. And I stand silent in my fool space. But there was a time when we talked about the future. And there was a time when I believed every line. And there was a time when I thought I knew you. Time's forgotten crime, yours is long gone by. Yours is long gone by. Yours is long gone by.
I, for one, am looking forward to your new release. And that song, I think a lot of us can relate to.
Yeah.
Steve, how are you tonight?
Not bad, not bad. Mary, I've enjoyed your music tremendously, but there's one thing that has really been eating at my brain. If there was clear Holocaust, would you prefer to be on an island with Tom Waits or
I love him.
Tom Jones?
Definitely Tom Waits.
Tom Waits?
Yeah, oh man, yeah.
All right, I can live peacefully from here on in.
Okay. Wait, can I ask you, who would you want to be with?
Tom Waits or Tom Jones?
Who would you rather be stuck with?
With either of those two guys?
Yeah.
I believe I would also want to be with Tom Waits.
All right, Let's be fair. How about let's think of
Linda
people.
Ronstadt or Ricky Lee Jones?
That's a tough one. Ricky Lee Jones.
There you go.
All right. Hey, I like your music.
Thanks.
Beautiful woman.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot for calling, Steve. I personally would like to be stuck with Tom Petty. Just about anywhere.
We know.
I don't care where it is. But so that was an interesting question. You were telling me on break, and I found it hard to believe. You said, God, you know, I really hate these things, and I don't feel comfortable, and I don't feel myself. I was thinking the whole time, if she were any more relaxed, you know, I'm going to feel a little uncomfortable because you're so relaxed. You're just, like, laid back, like, all right, this is cool. What next? You know, now what do you want to talk about? Do you really hate doing interviews?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's you know, kind of neat because you meet people and things, but I'm like, it's like a love-hate relationship when you go to play for people. You're letting them, you know, you're playing these lyrics and they're really personal and close, so you're letting them into your life, but yet you're saying, stay away from me because I want to be alone. So it's like, I love playing out, but I also hate it. I get very nervous and...
Do you?
Oh yeah, terribly nervous.
Especially, I imagine, when you play out acoustically, like tonight, you're not going to have the band. And
You make a mistake, it's like, it's your fault. It's not like you can't think, oh, maybe they think the guitar player did it or something.
And you've got to love the musicians in the audience, and you know who they are because they're all standing like this watching.
Or they're
you.
going, you know, oh, look at that telly, oh, you know, or whatever. So, yeah, I don't like being judged, I guess. I don't know. I want to communicate with people, but I don't like being judged for it or something. I don't know.
What are some of your immediate goals? Obviously, getting the new release out.
Yeah, we're just working on that, basically. I don't have any, I don't really plan too much, and I don't like to think, well, I'm going to get on a label, because that, to me, I've given up that whole idea. To me, I just want to be able to get the music out to people and hopefully have them appreciate it. And that's what being on a small label, you know, that gives me the opportunity to do that. So just to do the CD and do a great job at it.
So you're really not thinking about signing within Atlantic Records, but what if the opportunity happens to?
That would be great, but it would have to be someplace where I felt at home and that I really felt like they really wanted me and they were gonna, because this isn't a, you know, they'd have to really support the songs and be into the...
And put a lot of promotion behind it.
Well, not really that, but just be able to let me write and not say, well, you have to write a hit and, you know, things like that, so.
Okay, here's another question that I tend to ask a lot, but what do you think makes a hit these days?
I don't know. I just, whatever, to me, it's like real political. I guess I've been like, when you do it enough and you think that being signed is your goal, you start to hear all the stuff about the labels and how political it is and how, you know, everybody scratches each other's backs, and if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. And now it just seems to me like anything you get played on the radio, you can make it a hit. People will buy it. You can just play any song that's a piece of junk, and if you play it enough, someone is going to go out and buy it and think it's great. So I don't know what a hit is anymore. I mean, for me, I know what I like and what I don't like, but I don't know.
Okay. We have a couple of minutes left. Steve, how are you?
I'm sorry. Mary, it's me again. I'm sorry to bother you, but just one last thing I was curious about. If there was a nuclear holocaust...
Steve, we've got 90 seconds, so let's make this one a quick one.
Michael Jordan or Michael Bolton?
What was the first one?
Michael Jordan, the basketball player.
Definitely Michael Jordan.
Michael Bolton, the singer.
The king of mediocrity? No, definitely Michael Jordan.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot.
All right, Steve. Are you big into sports?
If it's a Chicago team, yeah.
If it's a Chicago,
no,
the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
I must say it was a real pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I can't believe it's been an hour and we're already out of time. But will you come back and do the show again?
Oh, definitely.
And what final words of wisdom would you like to leave our audience with tonight?
WMNF is having a fundraiser, and please, there's not... if you didn't have the station, you would miss it, because we have nothing like this in Miami, and if you could support them in any way, it's a great station.
Good. And people need to head out to the Club Detroit,
Club
Detroit. Now has a new title tonight. And you're going on about 10 o'clock?
Yeah, and we're playing with the Bellfires, who are another very good band from Miami. So.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, of course, the Taste of Florida, where our own grateful chef will be appearing. He is next, by the way. Mary, thank you. I'm going to hold you to coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And next week, stay tuned. We will be featuring 21 Guns. We will see you then.
And watch the wind blow through the grass. We saw the dogs run and watched my brothers pass. And I looked at my mother as she silently watched the wind. And without a cent